Most players rely on skills that don't show up in the scoring column. The beloved lunch pail player or blue collar player that ends up with more floor burns than actual points. Those players impact the game, and you don't get tough wins without them. But how do you measure their impact? Well, it's with great pleasure that I introduce to you the Value Point System, or VPS. Introduced by Naismith Hall of Fame coach Danny Miles, he used VPS to create buy-in, accountability, and credibility with both parents and athletes. So what does VPS actually do? It takes your entire stat book, melts it down into a single number that you can use to evaluate any player's performance. So how is VPS actually calculated? You start with points scored, then add rebounds, and then add 2 times the number of assists, plus 2 times the number of recoveries, which are steals, charges taken, and blocks.
Then divide that number by the sum of 2 times the number of field goals missed, plus free throws missed, plus 2 times the number of fouls, plus 2 times the number of turnovers.
We good here? Pretty easy? Okay, so VPS is a little more complex than we originally thought, but that's because it accounts for everything. VPS is essentially a weighted ratio of all the good things and all the bad things to let you know an answer to that riddle we asked earlier. How do you measure the impact of a player, even if they're not just scoring the ball? It takes all of the good things divided by all the bad, gives you a composite score. That was so much easier. Why didn't I just start with that? Anyway, if the rating is greater than 1, then that player or lineup or the team is positively impacting the final score and the team's performance. If it's less than 1, then we know we have some things to work on. Want a fun challenge? Do this on your own with your coaching staff. Write down the names of the players you think had the highest and lowest VPS last season, and then compare them with the actual VPS ratings. You might just be surprised at what you find. To see how to apply VPS with your team, your lineups, and individual players, check out the Hudl blog series, DNA of a Stat, for this and all the other stats coaches are using to compete at the highest level.